In this tutorial about SDR activity tracking, we're going to show you how you tag individuals once a telesales rep has dialed one of your new leads or contacts. The first thing we want to do is we want to set up our targets. Targets are what we use to set criteria for who we should be doing action for. And in this case, the action will be tagging someone. So we've got a few that we've already set up, and I'm going to show you how we got those going. So we had dialed one time, dialed 4 times. Okay, so what I want to do quickly is I want to refer back to our data model, and I'm going to show you how things were set up on Google Drive, because Google Drive is the place where you want to stage all of your new contacts before you bring them into a CRM tool, because there's going to be a lot of garbage leads in there that you're not going to want to introduce into a tool like Salesforce, Highrise, NetSuite, etc. So here we are on our lead generation sheet, and what's kind of cool is, as the CEO, I can see that I've got 2 of my teleresponse reps in the document making phone calls and working on the data. And these guys are remote. They're across the world, but yet I can see what they're doing. And this is, by the way, a really nice way to centralize all your workers around the globe on getting data in one place and keeping everybody on the same page. But we're focused on the number of calls. So you see a column Z is number of calls. So whenever Sean is making a phone call, that's one of our SDRs, he's going to increment that number. Very simple, okay, because we want to know how many dials Sean is doing, but we also want to get a sense for, if we ever look at a contact, how many times they've been called, so we could do different automation and things of that nature. But getting back on point, the SDR increments the number of calls after they're done, and another term for that is dials. Okay, so we're going to be syncing this data in. We sync it in every afternoon at about 10:30 in the morning. So back on the Makesbridge platform, you see that I've got one example here of dialed. It was kind of nifty because I could just run a search and they all came up. So I'm going to make a copy of this guy right here, and I'm going to call it dialed 2x. And then I'm going to pop in here and I'm going to edit it, and all I'm going to do is just put 2. So when we sync in every morning that data, that sheet, into Makesbridge from Google Drive, all those people that Sean have called will be tagged as being called twice. And we're going to save our target. Okay, so I want to repeat this because I want to hit my third. And again, I'm just going to update that. So what I'm going to get as a result, again, is I'm going to get a nice high-level executive view of how many people within our contact database have been called 1 through 4 times. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we use our Autobots to automatically tag those people as being dialed. Okay, now I'm in my Autobot gallery page, and I'm going to filter based on all of my tags. And you see that I've already created 2 tags for dialed once and dialed twice. So the easy way for me to get this started on my 3rd and 4th, say, is to make a copy. So I'm going to call this one dialed 3x, and I'm going to create Autobot. Okay, so I made a copy of the second, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit this. Now, we need to set our target. So the target is going to be, as you recall, dialed 3x. And I'm going to select it. Okay, so I also want to change the tag. So we're not going to do dialed 2x, we're going to remove that guy, and then I'm going to click add tag. So we'll get that guy out of there. And okay, so I didn't already have the tag set up, as you see in my search, so I just created a new one, and then I clicked add, and now I'm done. So whenever the record gets updated, and if our SDR Sean has called 3 times, we're going to tag that person as 3 times. Okay, and then also we're going to tag them as called. It's going to be redundant, that tag for called, for first, second, and third, what have you. But we just want to make sure we got a roll up just in case there's some sort of oversight in some of the spreadsheets. So I'm going to save that and close. Now back on my Autobot tag gallery, I'm just going to click play. So what we'll do is we're going to let these guys run. I'm going to do my 4th, and then in a couple days we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how the executive report looks and how we're able to track what our teleresponse activity is, again, across the world.